Lopez here, coming at you from LopezTheSame.com. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some high paying jobs you can do after work. If you work full time or part time, because I know there's a lot of people that work a full time job or they work during the day and they want to be able to make extra money later and maybe at nights or maybe when they get home. So I'm going to talk about a couple places that you can make up to $50 or more per hour. And the first place that comes off the top of my head is a tech support company called Sidetel. And if you go to sidetel.com, and I'll be sure to put the link below, they do a lot of tech support. And places like Sidetel and Apple. And if you go to their website, they usually have a tab that says careers, and you can read up all the qualifications and what they're looking for. So go to Sidetel.com and Apple.com. They're pretty much the biggest companies that use a lot of tech support from home, and you make pretty good money. I was kind of surprised. And then the next thing you can get into is customer service. There's this company called LiveOps, liveops.com, where they do a lot of customer service for uh, almost every Fortune 500 company that you can probably think of. So if you go to liveops.com, and you can do a lot of customer service for a lot of these companies. A lot of them, they'll buy and they'll ship all the equipment that you need. Or some companies might say, hey, you might just need to get a headphone and a computer. And if you work for them for long term, I've heard some companies, they'll supply you with everything: headphone, computer, the whole shebang. So go to liveops.com. And the next thing you can do chat support. So there's companies out here like cell phone companies, and like for Sprint and Verizon. You know they do a lot of offshore or use a lot of independent contractors for live chat. And it's pretty simple. They just give you a script of what to say in certain situations based on the questions that their customers might ask. And the chat feature is usually at the bottom right hand side of most websites. It usually pops up, usually asks a question like, can I help you with anything? And when the prospects or customers or clients put their question in that questionnaire box, the question would go to a person that's in charge of the chat. So that would be your job if you were to get into being a chat support person for places like Verizon, Sprint. Man, it's a lot of companies that's got into it now, but it's big, very common in the Fortune 500 companies and cell phone companies like Verizon, Sprint, Apple. So chat support is a pretty good gig. And the next thing is becoming a virtual assistant. And becoming a virtual assistant, it could vary from person to person or company to company. But a lot of times they just need people to do little things like paperwork, like just type a memo up, or maybe keep up with um, certain aspects of their business. Like, for example, a business owner might need somebody to create a letter because they want to send it to a specific person, or they might need um, flight or 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 transportation details paid so they can travel, or they might need you to check up on their flight date and flight time to see if it's still on time, that things didn't get canceled. So that's basically what a virtual assistant does. So it could varies. vary based on person to person or company to company. But that's basically what a virtual assistant job is all about. And it's pretty lucrative, I must say. And the next thing you probably want to consider is being a travel agent. Now, I've been a travel agent like 10 years ago, and I was pretty successful at it. But the company I used to work for, or I should say I was partnered with, they went out of business. Or, well, I should say they got bought out. There was this company out called YTB. They came out like 20 years ago. 20, yeah, probably a little longer than that. But 20 years ago, when I first heard about them, to my knowledge, and I got involved with them like, man, that's over 10 years ago, probably 15 years ago now, and I was pretty successful. I learned a lot, I traveled a lot, and I made a lot of money. I must say, I kind of surprised myself on how successful I was doing this, and you might want to consider that. And the hours are very flexible. They have a lot of training, and if you need training on how to go about doing this, there's a website called homebasedtravelagent.com. I'll put that in the below in the links below this video. There's a lot of companies out here that do legitimate business, and there's a lot of companies out here that do shady business. That just comes along with the game. And that homebasedtravelagent.com, that gives you a lot of aspects of what to look for, the tools that you need. So they have a lot of resources on there, explaining to you how to go about being a travel agent. And as far as what company to get involved with, you really have to do your own research when it comes to that. I can't tell you what company is legit or what's not legit, because there's a lot of travel agencies out here. There's cruise companies, there's flight companies, there's all kinds of different companies promoting travel out here these days. Some are legit, some of them not. Some have high commissions, some of them don't. So you gotta just do some research and choose the company that's the best fit for you. So those are just a couple high-paying jobs you can do after work that pays up to $50 or better. So if you have any questions, any concerns, leave your comments in below this video. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video with anybody that you think would like it or would see it as a value. And check out my website, lopezlassane.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.